in tight, can you see it? Streaming the truth live from where they decree it. Sylvia speaks, no filter, no buffer. Courtroom drama couldn't get any tougher.
When the gavel's first bang, to the witness stands tears. Sylvia's lens captures all your hopes and fears. Uploading justice one trial at a time. Tune in every moment, edges sublime.
Welcome to the Sylvia Show, oh yeah. She's got the inside scoop, don't you care? With every verdict, the suspense does grow. So hit subscribe, let's start the show. Welcome to the Sylvia Show, oh yeah. She's got the inside scoop, don't you care? With every verdict, the suspense does grow. So hit subscribe, let's start the show. Faces tell stories, the courtroom can't hide. Sylvia's insights cut through the divide. From jury talks to the lawyer's secret. In Sylvia's world, you know you'll need it. Behind the scenes where whispers are loud, her lens reveals the truth in the crowd. Courtroom secrets laid bare to see. Stay curious with Sylvia Spree. Every objection, every sharp retort, Sylvia's there to give you the report. Exclusive footage no one else can snag. From catchy headlines straight to the tag. Welcome to the Sylvia Show, oh yeah. She's got the inside scoop, don't you care? With every verdict, the suspense does grow. So hit subscribe, let's start the show. Welcome to the Sylvia Show, oh yeah. She's got the inside scoop, don't you care? With every verdict, the suspense does grow. So hit subscribe, let's start the show.
Faces tell
schedule and court schedule, she would not be available until late April or early May. And that's where things stand at this time. There's two other things, if I could, I would just point out that this is the first time since October 8th of last year that we do not have a court order dictating what's the next step. So previously, if we were trying to get documents or trying to get witness issues there was always an order setting up a hearing or a briefing schedule that would allow the court to decide the scope of that. That appears to no longer be the case. Also intervening on March 14, so this was 4 days after we reached the agreement on the documents with opposing counsel, 2 days after the petitioner responded to the court's order on what is the objections and privilege. An order came out in litigation also in Fulton County Superior Court, styled Merchant versus District Attorney of Fulton County. This is the Open Records Act issue that has been covered in the paper. In that case, the court found that the District Attorney's Office did not comply with the Open Records Act and its deadline of 3 days to explain how long it would take to get documents. Governments do not have to provide documents within 3 days unless they have them, but within 3 days of the request, 3 business days, they do have to explain, here's how long we think it'll take, here's what we think the cost might be. That didn't happen, and the court found that failure was not substantially justified. The second was they found there was a finding that the District Attorney's Office was handling the Open Records Act request in that situation differently than others. That typically the District Attorney's Office, and this is standard, I do a lot of open records issues on both sides. You get them, you often call opposing counsel and say, what are you really looking for? Is there a way to narrow this, et cetera? That was the DA office standard procedure as the testimony indicated, but there were no calls made to the requestor, in that case, the merchant firm. The court found that was demonstrative of a lack of good faith, and further showed that there was no substantial justification to the withholding the documents. As a consequence, and pursuant to the Open Records Act, the court ordered the District Attorney's Office to pay attorney's fees of $54,103 And that again came out March 14th. So that's where we are. If there's any questions, I'm happy to answer them. But at this point, we will continue. The next step would be if we don't get documents, and this is where I would probably ask that we go into executive session if the committee wants to weigh in on it. But just generally, the next step would be to either move the court to compel the production pursuant to the amendment, or make a finding of contempt. For the witness subpoena, I think the committee has options there as well. I'll just leave it at that in the open session.
Questions of Mr. Belafonte from committee members? Chairman Dolezal, you're recognized first.
Thank you. Excuse me. Thank you, Mr. Chairman. Thank you, Josh, for being here. This has been going on for a year now. The DA, when we first issued the subpoena, declared in the paper that it was unlawful, when it clearly was lawful. The courts now have agreed with us that it was lawful. And I'm wondering what your advice is on how we actually get to a commitment. I know that she's saying her travel schedule is preventing that. It would appear, according to, eyewitness reports, that she's traveling with Mr. Wade again. And so do we have any ability to, distinguish between personal travel with Mr. Wade, that I don't know if that's part of why she's saying she's unavailable, versus actual official court duties? And at what point do we reach the point of either a second subpoena or enforcement of the subpoena, either with the sergeant of arms or via court order?
The existing subpoena is still on the witness subpoena is still effective. The court has ruled it is enforceable. And so whenever you have an enforceable subpoena out there and there's not compliance, you can move to compel. Now, the problem is that older subpoena had a date of last year. And during that time, so, you could, you have options, whether, again, it's to issue another subpoena or move to compel that one, or just have an agreement of counsel. In terms of which I would either recommend or proceed, I'm happy to answer here, but it might be best to do that in executive session.
It would appear to me, as a casual observer of this, and somebody who doesn't practice law, but the DA has thumbed her nose at this committee. Seemingly, the DA has thumbed her nose at Georgia's open records laws, and I just have limited confidence that she's acting in good faith. And so I do believe that we may be at the point where we need to escalate this to the next step. I think you have been trying to work this out with Mr. Barnes in good faith, and I certainly respect that. And I think that he probably is acting in good faith, but I'm not sure that his client is, and that I think is probably a concern and should be a concern for this committee.
I will say that there have been a lot of filings. There have been a lot of attempts to go to the court to get resolution, and that is what has, in many ways caused the time issue. But I will also say that the court, in every time given the opportunity, has held that this committee has the jurisdiction. The documents need to be produced, and the witness testimony should occur.
Follow up, Mr. One.
Go right ahead. Sure.
As it relates to the order by Judge Ingram that the subpoena is lawful and should be enforced, where are we at with the DA's ability to appeal that? Are we still within a window of time where she can do that, or is that expired?
That is expired, and there is no appealable order at this time because because we reached agreement with them, there's nothing to appeal on the prior document subpoena. It is moot because there is that agreement. On the witness, we think they've waived the argument and long ago, and so that is that time is gone. And even then, it would take both the Superior Court to decide whether to allow an appeal to proceed. But that time is gone. There's no final order right now.
Thank you.
Did Senator Tillery, did you have a question?
I was going to ask what the recommendation of counsel as to the next step as well. If you thought it would be judicial, that seems like that would be the move at this point in time, potentially even asking the court to set a date for the either in-person testimony. Or am I correct in hearing you that you already have reached an agreement on the documents to be supplied?
Yes.
Have you reached an agreement as to the date they would be supplied?
We were frankly acting under the presumption that because they've been produced to other parties that they were available quickly.
That would be my thought.
And that's why on March 18, I kind of asked, what's the status 24th and then again 25th. So, we're at the point where I think certainly we've acted in good faith in trying to get them without involving the court. I'm not sure why the documents have not been produced at this point.
Can I ask a follow-up?
Sure.
To that? If they've been produced in another matter, were those produced under seal in that other matter?
I believe there were some that may have been produced under seal, but certainly not all. And then those that, there's two issues. There's the one in the litigation and then the ones that were provided to Congress. The ones that were provided to Congress, to my knowledge, were not provided under seal. And so those, again, have been produced. I know typically you just keep that kind of batch ready to go.
So we're probably talking about a small number of documents that aren't already publicly available, correct?
Those that were provided to Congress, presumably, any individual could get through a Freedom of Information Act request. Well, no, that's Congress. They're exempt. So, now with the Open Records Act applying to district attorneys and their offices, that would cover at least those provided to Congress unless there was a specific reason to withhold them under the Open Records Act. For those produced in the litigation, it's kind of new area, but I would think they're subject to the Open Records Act as well.
So I guess I've kind of walked you up to my ultimate question of what would be the holdup now? Why could they not be literally provided within hours?
Senator, I can't answer that question. I just don't know. I would.
We've not been given an excuse though, right?
What we've been told is that counsel is checking with its client or their client, and that's where it lands, or that's where it sits today.
Other questions? So I'll tell the committee, I of course communicated with Mr. Belafonte, and my thought was because I'd had such a professional relationship with Governor Barnes as far as scheduling the original depositions, et cetera, that we would just reach out to him and say, when can we expect the documents? We'd reached agreement as to which documents they would voluntarily produce without raising privilege or objecting in any way. And that narrowed the scope of what we originally asked for, but at least got us going.
That's correct.
And so far, those documents have not been produced because counsel is waiting on his client, Fani Willis, to tell him when she can give us those documents. Is that the summary of the document production?
It is.
And then I also ask you, just in a professional cooperation manner, to reach out to Governor Barnes to give us a date for the deposition. My thinking was same way we did it last time. If they would agree a convenient date, we'd make sure our committee can meet and I'd issue the subpoena for that date. And his response to that was, well, it's going to be late April or May because of her travel and trial schedules. Hadn't given you a date yet?
No, but in fairness, I think they were waiting for us to propose dates either within that window or respond to that statement.
I'm going to instruct you then to give them some dates.
Okay.
In my experience as a litigator, attorney schedules are busy at the first of the week because trials usually begin on Mondays and jury selection Tuesdays. So I'm going to say, let's go with a Thursday or Friday.
Okay.
That will lessen the likelihood that she has a legal conflict to appear in a court matter. I think this takes precedence over most of those. I mean, if she's engaged in a criminal trial where she's a prosecuting attorney, that's a different deal. But they've got over 100 attorneys in that office that can handle most motions, et cetera. Why don't anybody on the committee that knows of Thursdays or Fridays that you got a particular conflict, and I'm talking late April to let's just look at the last week of April, the first 2 weeks of May to start with, okay? Float those dates. If anybody here knows you're on a trip or out of town and want to be here for it, let us know and we'll work around that. But give her counsel some choices and say, we will be here. Pick a date. And then we'll issue the subpoena on that date. Now, is that agreeable to everybody, or does that sound like I mean, I don't think we have to go in executive session to try to be cooperative with opposing counsel. Okay. And then on the documents, I think you're going to have to just do a letter that says, by golly, here's the date. you know, and it needs to be before we have her here to testify so that we can be prepared to question her. So I would say 2 weeks from today or from this Friday, I mean, pick a date here, April 15th range. You look at something that's an end of a week and say, this is reasonable. This has been going on now since March the 12th, and follow up. And so that's more than 30 days from when they agreed to produce documents that have already been produced in other matters, right? Okay. Does that sound like a fair course of action? I'm not, you're the counsel for this committee, but that would be my suggestion if that suits.
I think the only question for the committee is, given the agreement on March 10, whether the committee wants documents while the legislature is in session, or if the committee would be satisfied getting them after sine die.
Well, I mean, we only got a week.
Right.
So
So
next Friday, sine die. So I don't believe it's going to happen. Even if it gets here, we're going to be on the floor.
sure.
So
Right.
I don't think we'll have time for a meeting. Let's give them till April 15th
Okay.
to produce those documents, assuming that doesn't fall on a Saturday or Sunday, that have already been agreed upon.
Yes.
That surely she's not traveling out of, I mean, she's got a job to do here in Fulton County. She ought to be here within 30 days. And it's asked, and then if those documents aren't produced, then you got to file that motion to compel or whatever it is to get the court to make it again and ask for your attorney's fees. We're paying you for all your efforts and asking her to do stuff that the court's already ruled she has to do. And then we'll try to see if she will appear. And if not, at least then we have an opportunity to move to compel her attendance that the court's already ordered.
Okay.
All right. I have a few things in the file for committee members that Mr. Belafonte brought us this morning. I want to make sure we have in the record, and I'm going to let you mark them for us, and we'll give them to the court reporter to keep in our record. But there was an order that specifically ordered Ms. Willis to appear in response to her subpoena, the witness subpoena, and that was not appealed.
The order indicated that the witness subpoena was enforceable, but in the December of last year order, it grouped it with the document one and said, subject to the production, it doesn't address the witness one separately. My point on that one was there's not been an objection made by the district attorney on the enforceability or scope of the witness subpoena since last year.
Okay, so I'm looking at an order that's dated February 25th of 25.
Yes.
Order regarding petitioner's objections to witness subpoena that ordered her to file a detailed elaboration of her arguments no later than March 12th, or else abandon the objections to these requests on these bases. And the respondent shall have until March 21st to respond. That's us.
That's us. And that's the one where we pointed out in our response that in that opportunity afforded to the district attorney by the court, there were not objections made to the witness subpoena.
And
it was
that
focused
is
on documents.
your document filed on March 12th, petitioner's brief in response to order regarding petitioner's objection, and then your
Yes,
reply. So this is the briefing of that issue.
that's correct.
All right, for our record. And no appeal to the court's order.
No.
So the next step is for us to issue the subpoena again, give them a date certain, and if she fails to appear, then we would file a motion for contempt for failing to have honored a subpoena that she's already get an order that is enforceable.
You would have several options at that point, including contempt. Yes.
All right. And then we will talk to you about which of those options to go.
All right.
Okay. So let's be nice guys again first. Let's reach out to her counsel and suggest either a Thursday or Friday in beginning the last week of April or the first 2 weeks of May.
All right.
And if they will agree to a date, then we'll issue the subpoena, and I think they will honor their word. If not, we're going to have a whole nother problem.
Right.
And the same thing on the documents, just say, we've hit the end of our rope. We need them by April 15th. You've already agreed to give them to us. And if they don't, then we'll have to circle back with you. I'm expecting we're going to probably plan a meeting for late April or early May, depending on the subpoena one way or the other. And then we'll tell you what to do, or you'll tell us your advice, and then we'll choose. Senator Tiller.
Mr. Chairman, I just wonder your thoughts and the thoughts of the committee. We've gone these steps several times. Would it be appropriate, and would the committee consider authorizing counsel, if a date cannot be set for appearance before May 10th, to authorize him to file a motion with the court, asking the court to set the date for the personal appearance?
What do you think? Let's say they don't agree, they don't play nice, and we're trying to be professional and they won't agree to a date. Would that be an option for you to?
That would be an option. I think also that the committee could issue a subpoena setting a date unilaterally. And then they would have opportunities at that point, if they can't make it, to move to quash or whatever else. Or if we don't get a date, I think we could just ask the court, indicated almost like a status conference, and ask for guidance from the court in an order setting a date. So that, given that we've already gone through all the objections, right? I mean, the only objection left would be something like trial schedule or something of that nature, which is why I think you've given a large window to help avoid that.
Mr. Belafonte, the reason I'll bring up that option is if we file a motion, then we're going to have a motion to quash.
Correct.
Then we're going to have a hearing on the motion to quash, and we're going to be back in this, I think, wheel that we've been on for the past a year already. If the committee feels like it's a wise move, I'm willing to make the motion if the committee wants to consider, at least for consideration, that if personal appearance cannot be set by May 10th, that we would file a motion with the court, that the court set the date for personal appearance and testimony on the matters that they've already ruled are legally binding.
Is that to basically give us a shortcut or expedite matters to do it that way?
Pending agreement with the court, of course, but it is an option to present to the court and to help shortcut that, for sure.
Senator Hatchett, you're recognized.
Yep. And this may be a conversation that would be more appropriate in executive session, but as I start, if it needs to go in executive session, you just tell me to stop. But 6.4, that I'm assuming that rule would apply here.
Yes.
And that if we send a 6.4 letter to resolve a discovery dispute and we're not able to get it, then we could actually motion for a 6.4 hearing on those specific issues. And that could be the vehicle in which to get the court to set a date for the documents and for her to appear.
That is another option.
Okay.
Yes, sir.
Go ahead.
I want to not get ahead of you, Mr. Chairman, but if you're comfortable with that, I'll make that in a form of a motion.
Basically, it would be if they don't voluntarily agree to select one of these dates in the next, the end of April, the first 2 weeks of May, to ask the court's intervention to set the date.
To set the date.
All right. I'll accept that as a motion. Anybody want to second that? Got a second, Vice Chairman. Any discussion of that course of action? All right, all in agreement with that, raise your hand. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. All opposed? 2 opposed.
Well, why is it too?
And
Why is
Mr.
it?
Chairman, I have another
broken
motion I'd like
down
to make
into
second to that,
rates?
if you
Let's
don't
hear
mind. Should we end up in the position that we have to move forward with forcing a hearing because we can't set one by agreement, then I would move that we instruct
The two
counsel
black
to
guys
request all
said no.
fees for all time involved in anything concerning his costs, attorney's fees, for anything concerning the matters of appearance and document production after May the 10th.
I don't even think we need a motion for that. You're going to do that, aren't you?
Sounds like it, sir.
I mean, why would
Yeah.
you?
No,
We're paying you.
Yep.
Yeah. Yeah, you
This is what I don't.
don't have to have a formal motion. That's your instructions. Make her comply, and if she won't, make her pay for your fees for making her do what the judge has already told her she's got to do.
All right.
Okay, because this, Fulton County's already shown that they'll do that if they snub their nose at open records requests. So this seems to me more important than an open records request, an actual subpoena.
Okay.
That's been enforced by the court's order.
Right.
Yes, Senator Gooch,
I'm
you're
going to
right.
ask a question. I think I may know the answer. What would typically happen if a district attorney like Ms. Willis issues a subpoena and the person that she issued that subpoena for just ignored it? and
Exactly.
neglected to appear?
That person could be
Exactly.
held in criminal contempt.
Exactly.
Arrested?
Could be.
Exactly.
Thank you.
If it was one of us,
Other questions from committee members? Senator
we get in
Dolzall.
trouble. We go to
Mr.
jail.
Belafonte, what is our legal obligation to show deference to her personal travel schedule? Because I suspect that after a year of seeing her thumb her nose at this committee, I made a couple notes of
She's
what
not
the court
above
said
the
in the
law.
open records case. They called her office openly
That's what I'm
hostile
talking about.
and substantially groundless and vexatious.
Mhm.
You overlay that with the odor of mendacity comments the other judges have had, and I
You're
think that
making
what
it
we
a
have here
black
is an
and white.
individual who
It
thinks
is a
she's
black
above the
and
law.
white thing because if she's been
And
doing every
I
single
don't
time,
think that the people
one
of
of
Georgia
the YSL or YFL,
want
whatever,
this
people
committee
didn't want
to
testify.
wait
What did
for
they
her
do?
to decide that she
They
wants to
arrested
appear
them
based on her
because they
either
held
her
them
travel
contempt.
schedule with Mr. Wade,
And the
her
judge
travel
and
schedule
everybody was right
otherwise, or
behind
the
her.
court
with
thing. I think we would
come on.
have obviously understanding of. But what is our requirement to defer to her personal travel schedule?
There is not one. It could be a ground to quash the subpoena, and then the court could decide how to proceed with that. But the committee has no obligation to, unless there's a leave of absence filed in a case or something of that nature, which we don't have in this context. But to answer your question, there's not one.
Thank you.
Woman. No, the black woman is the one that's been against those
Okay,
black men. That goes
I'm
to
going
court all
to
the
mark
time.
the
Watch this
documents that the orders
Let me show
uh,
you. Let me show you.
regarding the production of documents and the responses and reply briefs that are record, so we can have that in our record. We also have in our folder a draft of minutes
So,
from our
Willie,
last
it's
meeting
okay
that
for
we
her
need
to do
to
what's wrong?
approve. If y'all take a minute to review those. This was our
okay for her
February
to do wrong?
20th meeting, our
what I'm saying?
organizational meeting, and we got litigation update from Mr. Belafonte at that meeting as well.
Motion to approve.
All right, we've got a motion to approve. Is there a second? Second by Senator Kennedy. All in favor, raise your hand. Any opposed? All right, those pass unanimously.
Exactly what
All right, having done that, that will conclude our business. We will wait to hear from you as to whether or not you're able to reach an agreement as to the date that she will appear to respond to
and
her
they had
witness
no
subpoena.
evidence. None.
And as also, as soon as you get the documents, please share them with the committee.
All right.
And with that, we
don't
are
know right
adjourned.
now,
Thank you
too.
very much.
Thank you.
All right. It's over with, y'all. Committee is over with, so the outcome is they're gonna give her more time for her to show up. She has not showed up to any of the hearings at all. She has not produced the documents that she's supposed to. She has been, she's already have to pay the attorney fees. Why are they trying to push her out of the office? That's the whole deal. Wilhelmina, have you seen some of the stuff that she has been doing? Did you check out the YSL case? Have you checked that out? Were you there for the YSL case? This is what gets to me. Everybody always make it into a black and white thing. It should be a law thing. A law. We have to abide by the law. If you get subpoenaed, you have to show up. And if you don't show up, what happens to you? You go to jail, period. You're held in contempt. The judge have a hearing to find out why you didn't show up. You just tell them you don't want to show up, you're going straight to jail. So why is she above the law? Why is she above the law? Why does she think she can do whatever she wants to do? Okay. 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 All right, women. Okay. Okay. As long as we're there. Because now I understand what you're talking about. But She was supposed to submit those paperwork, and she didn't. She's hiding something in it. That's why she does not want to produce it. Ah, there go my buddy. He's right there on the camera. That's my Channel 5 dudes. I think that's Tyler. I should call them. That's my news.
Good morning. How you doing? I'm doing just great. Thank you.
Thanks for your time. Good network here one second. Usually they're the fast ones. Yeah.
Yeah, remember little D was sitting in the hospital. You told me
All right.
live too.
Let's see if we got
They said he wasn't
So
sick.
just remind us again on the document side of things, what exactly is it that you guys had asked for?
We had a subpoena that asked for a lot of information about the operations of their DA's office, their budget,
You're right,
how they
man.
went
No one
about
should be above the law. You're
hiring
absolutely right.
private counsel like
Goes
Mr.
on
Wade,
both sides.
and what the budget was, how
Money
much
and
money they
time.
were spending for
Right.
that outside counsel,
But
special
in this
counsel,
case,
they
we're
call
dealing
it,
with
Mr. Wade
this.
in this case, and just the manner of the budgeting of their office and how it operated, and not details about any prosecution. We're not trying to get into how she's going about or was going about prosecuting certain defendants, and we wanted to know about the processes. And a lot of budgetary information, and she refused to give that to us. Of course, the main thing was we would like to hear from Ms. Willis. We've invited her to come to explain her conduct and the actions that she's taken in numerous cases in Fulton County, and she's just refused to talk. So that required us
You
to
go
file
and
a
watch it on
subpoena.
your own channel.
She objected to the subpoena.
You telling
The court ordered
you
her to comply
rude.
with the subpoena and
telling me
verified that our
I
committee
turned it
does
off.
have
I don't
investigative
know.
powers and the right to subpoena documents and testimony.
I mean,
And after that order has been given, she still hasn't given the documents
Right.
and hasn't
Much.
agreed upon a date to come testify. So we wanted to have an update from our legal counsel, who's representing the committee, as to exactly where this process stands and why it's taking so long. What are we going to have to do to get her to comply with the law? He did update us this morning. You may have been there at the meeting, and also made mention of the open records situation where she had other people that had requested open records. She refused to give them. Court had a hearing on that and ordered her to produce the records and pay attorney's fees of $54,000. So we're frustrated, the delays, the incessant. One of the members said she keeps thumbing her nose at not just this committee and the state Senate, but all other attempts to get her to cooperate or produce certain documents that people feel are relevant. So we're going to continue pushing until she does, and he just gave us the course of action. And we're trying to do it in a cooperative manner. We're going to reach out to her counsel, and we're going to suggest a few additional dates that she could comply with the subpoena to come testify to our committee. If we can agree upon the date, that's what we'll do. If not, we'll go back to court and ask the judge to set a date for her to come testify for our committee. And also to make sure she produces these documents that we think we've reached an agreement that she will produce certain documents, and certain ones we agree not to push forward at this time. And hopefully we'll resolve this, and she'll begin to respond to the legal process like she expects defendants in her court to do.
Right, and again, as Senator Goldwasser mentioned, there are times where people don't respond to subpoenas or document requests, and there are consequences to that. What could the consequences be here, all the way from contempt up to, are you guys prepared to arrest them?
You can, well, we wouldn't do the arrest, but the judge can issue an order to confine her. Yeah, you can be confined in jail as a punishment for contempt if you willingly snub your nose at a court's order. And they can be fined, so you will just have to see what the Superior Court of Fulton County would choose to do to force her to comply with their orders. She is not above the law, and I think that there are legal processes to force her to comply. And yes, that does
nowhere you can go, right? You
confinement.
can't be able to overclock it.
I'm not
Nowhere you can
threatening
go.
that. That's up to the judge.
Right
to
on
do
time.
if she fails to comply. But so far, I mean, this has been going on now for many months. We issued our subpoenas back in September of 24. We're now 6 months later, and we haven't gotten her to comply, even though the judge has ordered it. And, you know, we're fed up with that. We've had enough, so we're going to take the next step. We're going to try one more time to reach out to her and let her and her attorney agree upon a date that is convenient with her and convenient with us in the next few weeks. We're going to aim for the end of April or early May because her attorney said she had travel commitments and that she had court commitments that would keep her unavailable up until that time. So that's about another month, but at the end of that time, we'll be out of patience, and we hope they'll agree to appear. If not, we'll go to court and we'll ask the court to force her to obey our subpoena.
Yeah, you talk about travel plans. We saw, obviously, I know you saw the other day that it appeared she was traveling with Mr. Wade. Given that this all started with the way he was named, at the top of that case, you mentioned thumbing her nose at this. Do you think that's what she's doing, just by continuing to be and spend time with Mr. Wade?
I don't know, and I'm not going to get into the name calling and accusations. People have travel plans. It doesn't matter if she's traveling with Mr. Wade or her mother or anybody else. I mean, that's not our concern, our business. And I'm sure she may have some time off. Attorneys file leaves of absence when they're going to be away from court and unable to appear. And I'm not going to judge her or criticize her of what the purpose of her travel may be. But she just needs to give us a time when she's going to be in Atlanta and able to come testify.
I think this is the most important question. Donald Trump was able to get back into the White House despite all the legal troubles that we're facing during the campaign. This case appears to have unraveled quite a bit. Is this still worth your time?
I keep saying, this isn't about that case. This is not about trying to interfere with her prosecution of Donald Trump or any of the other defendants that she went after. That's her job. The courts have slammed her on that pretty much every time they turn around, that she's had inappropriate relationships and conflicts of interest and, has been required to either her withdrawal or Mr. Wade. But that's not our problem. We're looking at the underlying conduct and the public confidence in the judicial system, in the criminal justice system, and what actions should be permitted and not permitted by district attorneys or other prosecutors. And are there legal changes that we need to make to restore confidence in the public of the nonpartisan approach to criminal justice? So I'm not getting into her prosecution. I think the courts have pretty much put an end to a lot of that, but that's not the Senate's mission here, or not our purpose in investigating misconduct by prosecutors.
Thank you, sir.
I've got another meeting I've got to say. Thank you all.
I appreciate it. You got it, man. Of course. You're off the shoulder. I ain't going to make it. I'll pass out.
That is channel 5 Fox.
Yeah, dude. I'm gonna ask
I think so. There's zero shot.
Usually he's the one that likes to come out.
Nobody's doing it.
All right, y'all. So what's going to happen today with me? I'm on my way to court at 1 o'clock. Hopefully, let's keep our fingers crossed that we will be streaming the teenager 4SP situation. Not the police. I don't remember what it was saying that these are the guys supposed to be in. I can't remember the name. But it's supposed to have to do with the time to get us to 4P, You can't hear me? Okay. So maybe they might have somebody else coming on, and I didn't want to miss them. That's why I still had it playing. Okay, what I was saying, I am on my way to court in about an hour. We're going to go the 4SP motion hearing is still going on, the prelim hearing, and Viverino is on the stand. She is being cross-examined by the defense side. So prayerfully, keep your fingers crossed. We're going to go live. Prayerfully, we're going to go live. If not, you can go to I forgot the station. That's that they're the pool for it. They're the pool for it, and oh my God, I can't even think. All right, I can't even. Okay, so all right, let me go ahead on and take as they finish over here. No, it's not 11 Alive. No, no. It's going to be Atlanta First. That's the station, Atlanta First. They're the one who's the pool people for it. So they're giving me the footage. So hopefully I will be able to have. If not tonight, I'll have my SD card and I'll play it for you guys tonight. If you get to miss the live coverage of it, I'll have it tonight and I'll do a repeat and show it to you guys. Okay. So you don't have to worry about it. I will have it. They did promise me that they'll give it to me because I'm the one who told them about the hearing. So they did promise they'll look out for me. Any question? Alfred said, the bottom line, the way I see it, a Black woman shouldn't have money to travel, go on vacation, you're saying. You say vaccination, unless they are doing something wrong. I'm lost. What is the hearing? Oh, the hearing is a prelim hearing regarding the two teenagers who was unalive during right after little baby's video shoot. That's what they do. It's a prelim for their right before the indictment because it's pre-indictment right now. So they're just having a hearing. What is this case? That's the one with the little. Okay, you got it, Kim. Okay. Oh, vacation. Oh, Alfred. Yeah. I just try not to have this to be a race thing. We don't always have to make it a race thing about certain thing. Right is right, wrong is wrong. If we as regular citizens of Georgia get a subpoena and you don't show up, you have to be. I've seen the judges holding bench warrant. I mean, doing bench warrant left and right from the DA's office, y'all, left and right, saying a person didn't show. Let me show you yesterday. The other day, I was down there at the courthouse, and I was just writing down every single one of them that they were saying bench warrant, because look at this. BW is bench warrant. They were just putting out bench warrant for those different people. Look, they was putting out bench warrant. Even if they were late, they were putting out bench warrant for them. And that's coming straight from the DA's office because the judge asked him, what would you like to do? The DA's office stands up. Look, judge, issue a bench warrant. And the judge says, okay. This is what they do. Every time somebody doesn't show up or somebody, something happened, you're not able to make a phone call to call there, they put out a bench warrant. And why does she not show up to all the subpoenas she has had? And it's okay. It's not okay, people. She's not above the law. That's all I'm saying. That's all I'm saying. Because her office, every single time somebody doesn't show up, and they have good reason. Look at little D. He was in the hospital. They went to the hospital, got the man. As soon as he discharged from the hospital, they brought him straight to court, sick and everything. Why is it she gets to be above the law? That's fair is fair, y'all. And it's not about a black and white thing. It's not about a black female. It's not. It's about right and wrong. I don't think it's down to race or her being a woman. It's her attitude and behavior. She's costing it. No, but Nancy, I'm not talking about I'm talking about people coming in here making comments about, oh, it's a black woman. She can't go on vacation. It's not about her being a black woman. It's her thinking that she is way above the law. She could do anything she wants to anybody, and it's okay. It's not okay. It's not. And she has people so scared to come to the courthouse. I mean, fair is fair. Fair is fair, y'all. It's not right. It's not right at all. And I'm telling y'all, I watched the case yesterday, the day before yesterday, where this young man, y'all, the state said they had no evidence, y'all. The gun ballistics and gun shells that they found did not match the young man gun that they had. But he still ended up taking a plea deal. You know why? Because he's been in jail since 2021. The family has no closure. The family has no justice. And the young man is going to jail. And he is not the one who actually did the pulling of the trigger. And it's a hot mess. They're not doing their job. They sit on the internet, watch videos, and then that's how they build their case and solve their case. It's not, the stuff they're doing is not right. Period. It's not. They're lazy. They're not doing their job. And who's paying for it? The taxpayers. You know, come on. I'm just voicing my opinion. This is my opinion right now, and I'm voicing it. Right is right, wrong is wrong. You can't come in there. You came into the position saying that you weren't going to be crooked like the last one or your predecessor. And then what you do? You're doing the same thing your predecessor did. You said, oh, you wouldn't have relationship with your employee. What did you have? You have relationship with your employee. I mean, all of this. Come on now. Thank you, Dana. Thank you. Dana said it's not an issue of race. It's an issue of right and wrong, and she's not respecting the law. Exactly. You know? I mean, she dogged the other guy out. What's his name? Paul Howard. She ran on a campaign that she was not gonna do dirty stuff like Paul Howard did, blah, 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 blah. She took an old case that Paul Howard said was not good enough. And what she do? She spent 2.5 years on that YSL case. And what came out of it? You did not get a concrete anything. Nothing concrete. Nothing concrete. Did you guys learn anything from the YSL case other than they use videos and internet and nothing concrete? Nothing. So that's all I'm saying. She tricked y'all. She bamboozled y'all. And I have nothing against her. I think she's a nice lady and all personally and all that kind of stuff, but she's not doing her job. She has a bunch of lazy people in her office, rude, disrespectful, not condescending, just nasty. Nasty people. You know, they get up on the stand when they have to go up there and they're so rude. Her office, they all act so rude. It's sad. It's sad. You find one or two that's okay in that whole office. Everybody else have that same attitude, like they're gods. And it's really sad. And I know I go down there every day, right? But I ain't scared of them. But I'm just saying, it's ridiculous. I see how it operates. I see it. And then the judges, half of the judges just follow through whatever they want them to do. It's kind of weird. It's really weird. Yes, Nancy, look like towards the nasty jail homelessness in the schools. Dexter Q Bonds? I don't know. I'm her. I don't know. Look what they did to that girl, Bennett. Look what they did to, I mean, they try to force they have a narrative and they come out with a story, and if you don't follow the story that they want you to come up with, you're going to go jail. And then you're going to stay in jail until they force you to do what they want you to do, even if you're innocent. Froggy, I agree. No justice for Drinks family. No justice for what's the name's family? Nuts family. And you're right. None. These families are hurting, and they have not gotten any solution. Just like the mom said the other day, she says it comes down to it's telling them, hey, you can kill my son, and they'll only get 10 years, and there's no justice. There's no justice for her son. That's what Nancy, most of them are leaving. The ones that are good at their job, they leaving. But the one that's with the shenanigan is right there. They're going to be there forever. It's crazy. But I digress. Enough of my nonsense. I'm tired. That's why I don't like, that's why half the time I don't say anything, because I'm so opinionated about certain things, and I just need to shut up sometime. I just need to shut up because my mouth. Let me tell you what she got along of plea deals that they will eventually turn into jail time because they gave them rope to hang themselves. I don't know why they're rude and unprofessional. I don't know either. You make it more interesting. I do. Oh gosh, that's why that's why people don't like me too, because I don't go with the okey doke. I'm not. Not because I sit there and I see the stuff. I see it, and they be rolling their eyes at me because I'm like, okay. And y'all just gotta sit there one day, take a visit into those courtrooms, and you're like, what? These are professionals acting like this. Uh, Obviously you like me talking because you up in here. You up in here in my business. You must like me talking. But anyway, back to my real people. Back to my Sarah and the others. Oh, after hearing how many questions a jury has been asking in Judge McBurney's courtroom this week, I think people are starting to question everything when there is in a DNA evidence, etc. Yeah. We got some more haters, my lovers coming up in here trying to tell me shut up. And I'm not shutting up. Dawn said I actually miss Love and her antics. Yeah. You be rude with me one more time, you're gonna get blocked. I'm not playing. And I'm gonna be the one blocking you. Be rude to me one more time. Disrespect me one more time. I dare you. Disrespect me one more time. And I'm gonna zap your behind. One more time. Good morning, Money Man. I don't think they're broken up. Because they're still together. Lady Leo, they don't know. They don't know. They love me. They love me, but they're gonna be watching me from the bushes in a minute. So I'm gonna take their privileges away. I'm gonna hold them in contempt and lock them up. Good morning, Dr. TTH. Yeah, I'm about to head out in a few minutes. I'm gonna go to court at 10. I'm gonna leave here about 10 o'clock. And I'm gonna bring you guys. You disrespectful. You don't come up in here talk to me any kind of way. You're about to get blocked too. People have opinion, but you gotta be respectful how you bring your opinion up in here. You don't tell me to shut up. You come in here late and then gonna try to tell me what to do. Come on. See, you trying to get me to cuss you out, but I'm trying not to cuss you out. Do you think she will overturn her evidence? Probably. She's not gonna have a choice but to turn it over. They might hold her in contempt. They ask about the prison, going to jail and stuff. But they try not to do that because she is a public official. You do it for me, Dawn. Thank you, Dawn. Nancy, you never heard me cuss. I have. I will do it. And Cindy, you so mean. Cindy said, lock her up. Let me tell you, we all get locked up if we don't do what the judge tell us to do. We all do. And we don't have a choice. They'll bring, look at the hit Steele. Look what happened to Steele, y'all. When Steele refused to turn up the thing. Y'all some instigators. Who told you to shut up? If you feel like cussing them, do it. I try not to do that. Sylvia, you see it more than one way versus one way, and how they issue the problem, how we receive it. Amen. I think I heard you cuss at Woody once. Woody make you cuss every time. Woody will make me cuss. He has made me cuss a couple times. He has. Yeah, he be getting on my nerve. Yes, Glanville's still covering cases. In fact, he's doing the Spar shooter. Sarah said that's what. Yep. Someone recorded her and her boyfriend at the. Oh, hold on a second. I got it. Somebody send it to me. Shout out to CMT for sending it to me. Hold on a second. I got it. Hold on. I got it for y'all. I got it. Hold on. Here we go. This is it right here, y'all. Hold on. There it is.
Taxes was feeling
Oh my God.
so stuck. Now taxes.
It's commercials. Sorry, they showing commercials. They got to pay for their advertisement. They got to pay. They go wait, and there she go. They see him at the airport. Look. Man, they spying on her like crazy. Look at them. They spying on her, y'all. Oh my God, they spying on her. Oh my God, they spied on her. Oh my goodness, y'all. They spied on her. They spied. Oh my God. They spied on Miss Sylvia. Send them disrespectful people to, let's see, to Rice Street. As a I wouldn't feel. I plead the fifth, Nancy. I plead the fifth. I plead the fifth. I plead the fifth. No self-incrimination over here. She said I wouldn't record her. You come on now. Y'all know me now. Vanessa said they need to show court for impeachment. He does have bow leg, right? Sylvia, get your mind out the gutter. Get your mind out the gutter, Sylvia. My. Tangle web we weave. All right, y'all. You guys are getting on here with these comments, and I want to respond to your comments, and I'm supposed to stay focused, but the comments in here, I like engagement. Y'all making comments like the bow leg and all this other stuff, and I just have to remember there are folks watching me. Don't worry. They're just BFFs. Okay. Say she took the trip to avoid being present. You're having fun and keep responding. That's what they like to do for Rico. I wonder where the taxpayers of Fulton County are paying for them to go to. She is hooked with those moments. You know what? Truly thankful. I'm trying to keep my mind off the what bow legs do. Okay, I'm trying to keep my mind in the right place. Okay, trying to keep my mind professional. But we're human. We're human. All right. Is there anything else that you guys would like to talk about other than bow legs? She'll break the law with the legs. You know what? She about to you know. Oh my God. You guys are ruthless. You guys are with. Oh my God. There we go. Golly. Okay, let's put a disclaimer out. This is the silly time here. This is the silly time. This channel, we have our silly time. Okay, silly time with Sil. I'm just gonna let your comments sit right here. I'm just gonna let your comment. Thank you. Okay, disclaimer. Thank you, pretty chick. Thank you. Disclaimer. I, infamous Sylvia, part of the new media, a trial vlogger who reports facts with an entertainment undertone. Exactly. Thank you, pretty chick. I'm gonna say my disclaimer again. I, infamous Sylvia, and part of the new media, not the old school media, but new media. A trial vlogger who reports facts with an entertainment undertone. Okay, that's my disclaimer, and I'm gonna stick with it. So the little jokes that set aside is nothing personal, has nothing to do with the case, has nothing to do with our actual news, but it just to give you guys a little light feeling, okay? And I do. Oh Lord, look what this look what always on your mind put up. Oh my God. We're adults in here. Everyone is over 18 in this chat, is it? Okay. All right. Did we speak about Quay? No, we didn't speak about Quay. Something recently happened with Quay? Other than what we talked about last week? I was gonna check in the system and see if there's any court dates and stuff like that. When I get to court, I'll check it all out. But I am about to take my butt off this internet. I'm getting ready to drink my water because at 10 o'clock I start my window of eating. So I eat from 10 to 6, and after that I shut it down. Muntung, there's nothing updated on Muntung. Yak goes back to court on the 9th. Of course, you know, Muntung attorney was approved to enter. How's Mender? Mender was doing fine. Remember I told you guys, he is not the one that got airlifted. It was the individual who tried to attack him got airlifted. You know, you start trouble, you get dealt with. So that's what happened. You can't start a fight and not have you know. You doing intermittent fasting too? Yeah, I'm doing 8 hours. 8 hours eating time. I'm doing 8-16, 8-16-8, whatever that thing is. Yeah, self-defense. But would you mess with Mender? He looks huge. I guess they wanted to try him. He don't play. He don't play. He's a teddy bear, but he don't play. Cause he was always smiling in the courtroom. I thought him and Nicole have a pretty good a client and attorney relationship. Their relationship is pretty cool. She listens to him. You know, she's a very good lawyer. Y'all don't forget, send me your questions for her. She'll be here the second week of April. She'll be here. I'm going to be interviewing her. So get your questions together for her. Remember, she's been winning. She's been on a winning streak lately. She's been winning these cases, and she's the bomb. Last week, when she was cross-examining the lead investigator, when she finished, people started clapping in the courtroom. And the DA office, one of the lady that was sitting next to me in the DA's office, she was very upset. Thank you, Jerome. It needs doing. You know, somebody give me a compliment, I should just take the compliment instead of showing all my flaws, right? All right, let me leave my flaws alone. I was about to show you. Yeah, it's growing and it has all this gray hair and all that. But I'm gonna leave my flaws alone. I'm gonna get it redone soon, eventually. Thank you. I appreciate it. Because I'm trying to let this hair grow, and I'm talking about my hair. So I put these braids so I don't have to do anything with it. So I take it, I braid it, take it out, and get it redone. So I'm gonna get it redone. I like this because his hair is soft. I think Fani needs to do a couple of nights at Rice Street. Ooh, Tariq. Woo, child. I did 4 nights in Rice Street? It does not feel good. It changed a person. It really changed you. Do you have footage where we can see her in action? See who in action? Nicole? No, I don't have that footage. But you know what? I'm gonna she has a couple of trials that she's doing. I'm gonna find out she's out in Spalding. She's out in Spalding. I can't, that's too far for me. I'm gonna see if she has something coming up in Fulton, and I'll get a Rule 22, and then I can show you guys her in action. You know what? I'm a I'm gonna text her right now and find out if she has any cases that's coming up in Fulton County or Rockdale or wherever county that's close to here. And see if I can get a Route 22 and show you how it works, how she worked. Hold on, let me see. Hold on a second, y'all. Hold on. Yeah, I thought I could find my what's next. I've just put my jacket on so I can be ready. Where is my phone, y'all? Where's my phone? Me and this phone be fighting, not this phone. The other phone is the phone I be fighting with, and I can't find it. Hold on, let me do a find my phone. Hold on. Hold on, I gotta make it sound. There it is. I had to find it. She's Reginald Thomas's attorney. No, she won't be there today. CMT. She's on trial. She's doing a trial, so she won't be there today. The other attorneys will be there today. She won't be there. Oh, you saw me? Oh, thank you. Always on your mind. Thank you for coming here. I hope you subscribe and hit the like button and share. I will be, if the Lord's willing, on June 20th, I will be at that hearing for Naziah. I'll be there on the 20th of June. If the Lord's willing, if he's not willing, then I'm not going. But if the Lord sees a way for me to get there, and I will be there. Okay. I'll be there, and I'll be covering Naziah's case as well. I'm going to try to do as many cases as I can so I can bring you guys the raw truth, you know. And remember, y'all, I'm not on anybody's side, okay? I'm on the side of justice. I'm on the side of what's right, okay? Whereabouts is that trial? Which trial? Naziah's or the one that she's doing? Which one, Nancy? Good morning, Anika. I'm just spending a little time with y'all. Y'all got me for 29 more minutes, and then I'm getting off. Yes, I subbed. I don't do other social media. Hope he's willing. Amen. Yes, God is willing. God has been giving me favor, y'all. Favor on top of favor on top of favor. Nini, good morning. Yes, Jarvis. That's going to be in Michigan, Wayne County, under Judge what's his name? Hathaway, I think. Hey, Aaron. Good morning. Good morning. Good morning to you. Come with it. Good morning. Come with it. We've got 98 people have hit the like button. Could we get 100? Can we get 100 like? If you have not hit the like button, please take the time, hit the like button so my stuff will go in the algorithm. Yeah, I've been struggling. My channel has been struggling in the algorithm. You guys, I need y'all. I need y'all help because YouTube has just been treating me dirty. Okay. If you guys don't do it, it can't be done. I'm just telling you. I'm just being honest. It can't be done. I've been struggling now. I'll stop being mean if y'all help me out. If y'all help me out, I'll stop being mean. But I'm not gonna stop being mean if y'all don't help me out. Hit the like button and share. Then I'll stop being mean. You know, I want it to be a two-way street. I want to be a two-way street. You know, I do for you, you do for me. We both of us watch each other. You know, you can't wash your hand with one hand, right? You need two hands, you know, wash each other, you know, just I need you, you need me. Come together, we wash the hands together, right? Okay. Can't wash hand, can't have a good wash, especially if you use the bathroom, you can't wash your hand with just one hand. You know what I'm saying? If you got all that gook in one hand, you need this hand too. With the soap, you just wash it, rub it, take a few minutes, and just because we have to cultivate this relationship, right? Got to keep going and going and scrub it real good and get the back and all that. That's how we wash our hands. So we're gonna wash each other's hand, right? Aaron, for real. I'm being honest. I have to use illustration here. You know, my dream when I was younger was to be a teacher. Well, first I wanted to be a lawyer. Then I said I want to be a teacher because I like to teach people. I'm very patient sometimes. My patience has drawn thin with folks that get on my nerve, but in my past life, I think I wanted to be a teacher. So I do a lot of illustration because we know we have all type of learners. We have learners that have to see, some learners that have to do, some learners have to just touch things and have great memory. So I try to use layman term, regular people, even though, you know, I mean, I have the terms right. I may be a little dyslexic in saying my wordings and stuff like that, but it is what it is. You're just going to get the real me, you know, non-reading, ebonic, speaking, get my words mixed up in my head and I try to say it out loud. It doesn't sound right. You know, it is what it is. You get what you get with me. I'm real. I'm a real person, for real. Okay, y'all. Y'all got about what? 25 more minutes of me. Then I'm done. Then y'all take a ride with me to the courthouse. You're going to ride with me, right? Y'all going to ride with me this morning? We're going to go to the courthouse. We're going to go be nosy. That's our job, to be nosy. To be nosy. Sit in the courtroom and be nosy. Come back and tell you everything that happened inside the courtroom. You riding with me? Okay. We're going to be nosy together. But make sure you hit the like button. And always on your mind, I truly appreciate you being here. I appreciate you subbing to this channel. I hope you enjoyed here. And instead, let me give you a disclaimer about me. Some days you might like me and some days you may not like me, okay? Some days you might agree with me. Some days you may not agree with me. But let's just be there for each other, okay? 2 good times, bad time. That's what friends are for. You know? Stick with me. Don't leave me. Stay. You know that song, Stay With Me. you're all I need. Stay with me. Hey, Damien, how are you? Good morning. The message and the messenger. Miss Sylvia, have you seen the message and the messenger? What's that? The movie? You know, Lady Lee always giving me some good Christian-based movies that gives me a good, deep understanding of certain things. And the message and messenger. I heard that name before. I don't know. It's on Prime Time. I think I'm gonna go check it out. Yes, keep me in the algorithm. Hit the like button, share, put the notification button on so you will not miss any of my lives. Okay. All right. Hit the notification button on. Yeah, I feel like I'm ashy. I need to go put something on my face. So hold on a second. My face feel ashy, y'all, because I washed my face this morning and it feels ashy. Look at my hands. My hands ashy too. Hold on. Let me go put some moisturizer on for a second. I think I'm gonna use Vaseline. Vaseline never go wrong. You never go wrong with Vaseline. Remember when you was young, when you got ready to go to school, right? Oh, hold on a second. I got a message. Hold on. Yes. They just want to make sure the time is at 1:00. Okay. Remember when little parents used to put Vaseline on your face before you went off to school, and you'd be looking all like a greasy. You know what? Oh, good. Hold on a second, y'all. Gotta put some Vaseline on my face. My face feels so dry. Ugh. Now all of a sudden, these people coming up with all this crap. Oh, anti-aging, anti this, anti that. Just put some Vaseline on your face, y'all, and call it a day. Put some Vaseline. Then you won't feel ashy. You feel, that Vaseline felt good on that face of mine. See, now I don't feel ashy. I don't look ashy either. There we go. There we go. There we go. It feels so good, y'all. My face feels so good. I don't feel ashy. I put some Vaseline on my hands too. Oof. I took a hot bath this morning, soaking that water, and now my body feel like it's ashy. All right, here we go. I'm feeling better. There we go. There we go. Put some Vaseline on my lips. Can never go wrong with Vaseline, y'all. People say it clogs your pores. You brush up afterwards, you know. You need some protection on your skin. Need some protection. I'm telling you, when you've been diagnosed with diabetes and your skin is always dry, you got to use Vaseline, because let me tell you, the other stuff don't be working. You got to soak yourself with some Vaseline. Palmer's cocoa butter and Vaseline do the trick. Yes, it does. You was greasy when you was younger, Nene? Okay, hold on. I gotta take this hair out. Let me put a scrunchie in my head so I can so it won't be looking like a hot mess. Hold on a second, y'all. Hold on, I'm looking for a scrunchie, y'all. Put it in my head. with me, 'cause you're all I need. Oh, can't find a scrunchie, y'all. I'm trying to find a scrunchie for my hair. I gotta go steal one from Dallas. Hold on a second, y'all. Hold on. All right, y'all, hold on a second. Look, I stepped away because Dallas is getting ready to do my edges, right? She's going to do my edges. Say hi to Kobe, y'all. Say hi, Kobe. Say hi. Hi, Kobe. Kobe, say hi. Hey, that's Kobe. That's Kobe, y'all. Those that are new to my channel, that's Kobe. What kind of hairstyle Dallas gave me, man? She got it sticking up somewhere. Dallas, you know it's sticking up. Yeah, I don't know what you got going on over here. Hold on. Hey, Coach. I'm good. How are you? Yeah, send it back in February. Yeah. Yeah, I'm good. I gotta go back to court on next Friday. You done with yours? What happened? They threw it out. That's why I'm waiting for mine to be thrown out too.
They kept telling me to wait, for this. So this week, you're on 24-hour call. Then Monday,
I went back up there. I scheduled on Monday, but they said don't come back. But I went back anyway, and the white guy wasn't there, so they pushed on through. My lawyer had to be upstairs. And tell your lawyer come on downstairs. We'll take care of you. Go do this case. Oh, he can't. He said downstairs. You know, did a little paperwork. They dismissed the case.
They dismissed it. Okay. So we'll see what happened with mine. Yeah. Thank you.
It's good hearing from you, young lady.
You too.
Take care.
All right. Bye. Hey, sorry about that. That was Mr. Coach. I met him. They threw his case out at Fulton, not Fulton, at Clayton County, the same county that I was at, my case is at. They threw his case out. Thank you, Ian, for your support. Thank you for your Cash App. You ready, Dell? You ready to do my edges? Oh, you ready? I'm ready. Yeah, the conversation wasn't a secret. It didn't need to be muted. You ready? What, Kobe? What? Hold on, y'all. right, y'all, I'm back. You did my edges. Y'all want to see what my edges look like? She laid it down. See? All right. I'm about to go now. About to go spray some perfume on me. And I'm about to go. I'll see you guys in a few. Stay with me. Perfume. Perfume. But gotta go. I'm about to go to hit my live for my travel. I'll see you guys in a few. Remember, I'm coming live in a few minutes, okay? So just stay, because YouTube might not send it out. So y'all just stay. Be quiet, Kobe. Y'all gotta stay abreast and listen out for it, okay? Prayerfully, keep your fingers crossed. Keep your finger crossed. Prayerfully, we'll be going live with it, okay? I got my equipment in my bag. Might have to get I need a circuit breaker. Hold on a second. Hold on. Got my little notebook for my notes. Got my phones. Got my laptop. I'm gonna bring my laptop today. Yay! My laptop's coming with me. Because I think I'm gonna put on OBS so I can be able to utilize it. Do you have my battery charger? Yes, I have my batteries. I can't bring my camera because I'm gonna attach my stuff to the station's camera. And if it doesn't work, we still have my my SD card I'm gonna use for tonight. Okay. All right. So let's pray that it works, because the Rule 22 that I got is for me to be able to use the people stuff. Cause let me see. Hold on a second. Because I don't think they sent me my own yet. Hold on. The judge sent me a copy of the crew cameras, Rule 22. All right. So sound like you're prepared to. Yes, I'm prepared today. And good morning, Pinky. I am ready to go. Thank you for being honest, Sylvia. By the way, defend this woman, even if with all of her corruption, it's right thing. It's to do the right thing. That's right. That's right. Do you have your mobile hotspot? SSS, of course. Shout out to Rosie. She's the one who pays the bill when other people had promised they were going to pay the bill, but Rosie has been faithful in paying it every single month. I ain't gonna say that. Rosie, shout out to Nosy Rosie, y'all. Shout out to Nosy Rosie. She don't want me telling y'all her business, but you know, she's take care of that bill. So I'm always set for that one. But anyway, I will see you guys later. Shout out to my faithful ones. Thank you. Thank you for the prayers. Thank you, y'all. You ready? Y'all, later on, we're going to show. I got my charger. I got everything. Got all my chargers and everything. Got everything. Got my stuff packed up in my suitcase. My little traveling camera case. Camera bag. I'm about to shut this down. So this is my laptop. About to shut it down so I can put it inside the bag so I can have it so I can be with you guys. I got my snack. Hold on. Shout out to Millie Mel. She gets send me a pack of snacks and everything's in here. You got the chips, got the everything in here. So I have about like 30 of these little packets of snacks. Some of them got popcorn. Oh, she got like ginger in it. She got the stuff like if I feel nausea, because yesterday I took my shot. And so hold on, let me show you. Little stuff in it. She got wet ones for me to wipe my hands. She got all kinds of stuff. She got some laughable stuff. She even got prunes in here, y'all, if I need prunes. I got water. Yep, I got water. She got, hold on, let me show you. Look, she got let me show you a little small stuff. She got prunes in here. She got, if I need a workout enhancer. She got vitamins. She got vitamin C thing in here. She got smooth lose. I mean, just in case I be constipated. She got that in there. Let me put that in. Oh, hold on, got more stuff in here. Hold on. She got my favorite pretzels. She got the pretzels in here for a snack. She got these ginger things if I feel nausea. She got wipes to wipe my glasses because my glasses is always like dirty. And she got other things in here. So just in case my sugar goes too low, she got that in there. Mel. Thank you, Mel. I gotta put it back inside the bag. And of course I got my water. That goes inside the bag. My carrying bag. I tell you, my folks take care of me. My folks take care of me. They love me. They want me to succeed. They want me to flourish. They want me to prosper. They want me to continue to grow. They go to water. Got everything inside this pouch. All right, we put the phone in my pocket. Got my notebook. And we're about to, let me unplug this computer. Plug this, okay. So we're going to, okay. I'm gonna get my lanyard. Hold on, y'all. Let me get my lanyard so I can have my stuff together. Hand sanitizer. She even got me a hand sanitizer thing too. Hold on. Hold on a second. Oh, I gotta check here for a minute. Hold on, Kobe's right there. Hold on, Kobe. Gotta get me out. What, Kobe? What? I had to get the extender. What, Kobe? What? No. All right, y'all. I'm taking y'all downstairs until I get my stuff together. Move, Kobe. See you later, Dal. Shh, Kobe. All right, y'all. I'm getting this bag together. want y'all to see my bag. I'm sure you guys see my bag. Hold on a second. This is the bag with all my stuff in it. See? All my equipment in here. See all my equipment in here, y'all? See all my equipment? Everything's in it. And then I'm gonna put my, gotta get this cord in there. Yeah, I'm leaving. See you later, honey. What happened?
The lady, she sent a bill for 10 trees that they removed for $12,000. And I know State Farm wasn't gonna cover this out the check. It's a I didn't know you didn't know.
Yeah, I'm
So
on.
I couldn't say that stuff.
Okay,
People
let
crazy.
me mute it.
I'm thinking you.
This is my backup SD card. But you know what? I'm looking for my little small one that has all the little ones in there. Hold on. Hold on a second, y'all. I need the SD card. I think I gotta go back upstairs and get the SD card, y'all. Oh. Yeah, I need to go upstairs and get my SD card. This is the thing that I use to attach the system to the system. I have those two. And these are two phone chargers. Two phone chargers. Mint, of course, for my breath. One is for HDMI and the other one is for converter. See, I got two of these things. See? Stuff that you learn being a content creator. All right, y'all, hold on. Let me go get the small HDMI cards because I need them. Okay. And you guys know I'm a notary. This is my notary stamp. I carry it with me just in case I might need it. Somebody might need to notarize something. Snack goes in here too. Snack goes in here. My iPad goes in here. iPad. My connector. Hold on, let me go get my my what's the name holder. Hold on, my SD card holder. Hold on. Okay, yeah, this is the SD card holder right here. It holds all of these little SD cards. See, 64 gigabyte. And then I got this side. So these, right? These goes into the camera, and then I'll have footage. Okay. All of these. Oh, okay. Hold on a second. I gotta make sure to have an empty one for myself. Hold on. What's up, Kobe? Kobe, be quiet. Yep, these are empty. Kobe, stop.
What's wrong with him?
You want to go outside?
He already went out there. He wanted to play around.
Kobe, you play too much. All right. All right, I'm set, y'all. I'm ready to go. All right, I'm ready to go, y'all. It's 10 minutes after. I don't have to be I don't have to be in court until 1 o'clock. So I'm good time. Trust me. I am in good time. Court don't start until 1 o'clock. So, and you were saying? And you're saying, ma'am? And you were saying? All right, I'm about to get my butt on out of here. I will see you guys. Let me start my car. No. Yeah, I am. I'm gonna bring one. I got a snack bag. Let my car warm up a little bit. Coco, you in here? Coco, you here? All right, y'all. I'll see you guys later. Bye. I'll see you in a few minutes when I line up for to go. Bye.
Thank you for watching the infamous Sylvia channel, where laughter and fun make up our panel. Together we build this digital spree. We appreciate you and our growing family. With mods by our side and chat flowing free in this online space. It's just you and me. We laugh until tears roll down like the rain. In this virtual world, you ease all my pains. We're a family, not just a show. Every click and comment makes us grow. Mods and chat, keeping the vibe so right. Together we shine like stars in the night. We cherish the moments, the highs and lows, from the latest gossip to stories untold. You're more than a viewer, you're part of the crew in this space of ours. It's all because of you. This digital world where emotion is shared, every post and reaction showing we care. The love is real in this virtual domain. With every sign and joys what we'll gain. We're a family, not just a show. Every click and comment makes us grow. Mods and chat, keeping the vibe so right. Together we shine like stars in the night. We're a family, not just a show. Every click and comment makes us grow. Mods and chat, keeping the vibe so right. Together we shine like stars in the night. This digital world where emotion is shared, every post and reaction showing we care. The love is real in this virtual domain. With every sign and joy's what we'll gain. We're a family.